Welcome to the Maria Liberati Show, where food meets art, travel, and life. So what does food mean to you? Well, it's back to school time. Yes, that's right. Summer is almost gone. And my special guests today are sharing some tips and recipes, money-saving tips and recipes for back to school. And we also have someone that's going to tell us about a special cookbook library that she's involved with putting together. And speaking of back to school, we are starting our back to school best of products for 2024 guides. And we've been busy researching and scouting out products and testing them out, and it was really a difficult decision, but we've picked what we think are the best products that we've tried in different categories. There's dorm essentials, there's tech products, there's, of course, foods, and a few other products like toys and learning aids that we will be highlighting in the marialiberattishow.com blog and on social media. So please take a look at those, and I'm going to give a quick mention to the first 3 products in the first edition of the Best Products Guide, and that edition has tech. The 3 products are the Cosmo Junior, which is a great watch for kids that will allow them to text and call and will allow parents to keep track of them and not have to worry about the kids having access to social media. So check that out. There's a link on my blog. And then there is some other tech things for the older students. There is the Asus Chromebook and also the Asus ProArt P16 laptop, which is great for professionals as well as creative students. So please check out my blog at the marialiberattishow.com for more info on those products. And as mentioned, we will be releasing the back to school best of products for 2024 throughout the rest of August and some of September with our picks for some of the products. And if you've tried these products and want to let us know how you like them, please, you can hashtag the Maria Liberati Show and let us know on social media or in the comment section. And you can call Bacco Italian Restaurant and tell them you want to make reservations for the evening in Tuscany, October 8th, Tuesday dinner, and that phone number is area code 215-699-3361. Again, that's 215-699-3361. And if you have any questions about the dinner, you can also email us at info@marialiberatti.com. Hope to see you there. I will be sharing stories from my award-winning book, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, Da Vinci Style, and recipes as well during the dinner and much more. Hope to see you there. Discover the secrets of authentic Italian cuisine with the Basic Art of Italian Cooking book series. These beautifully crafted cookbooks take you on a culinary journey throughout Italy. And you can get your copy today at marialiberatti.com or artoflivingprimamedia.com or your favorite bookstore. Taste the passion, savor the flavors, because cooking is an art. My special guest today is Alicia Shevetone. She has started this really interesting cooking library and that she's going to tell us about. And, it's a library that everybody can have access to cookbooks, which I think is so wonderful. Alicia, and this is going to be in Las Vegas, right?
Yes. In downtown Las Vegas in the Arts District, we are called Nice Bite. My partner, Dr. Nicole Beer, and I started this mission about 90 days ago. This has come together so quickly.
Huh.
which has been very exciting for us. Yeah, so one of many locations, the first downtown Las Vegas.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, so you are, I was going to ask because it's such a nice idea if you were opening them in different places around the country. So it sounds like you will be.
Yes, that is our goal. So we actually hope to open, somewhere between 20 and 30 new locations in the next 2 years is our plan.
Uh-huh.
And in metropolitan areas, underserved markets where people may not necessarily have access to, libraries. This is very specifically a cookbook lending library that's self-service
Uh-huh.
and all tracked online, different types of collections depending upon the venue and where it'll be in the country, and taking into account people's preferences and diversity and all different sorts of things that might influence the types of cookbooks that are in that specific location.
Exactly, exactly. That's wonderful. Yeah, so and this first one, you might have just said it, but where's this first one at in Las Vegas?
It's in the Arts District in a beautiful restaurant called Palette. So Palette in the Arts District, it's their little tagline is where food meets art. And my husband's actually an artist. He's got about 9 large paintings in this particular restaurant. But they have a beautiful lounge area with some bookshelves. And I
Uh-huh.
approached them because they've got a very community-minded hospitality team behind them, and wanted to see if they would serve as their first location. And they said yes.
Oh, that's
So
wonderful. So people can
yeah.
go in and check out books. Do they go online to check out the books, or they have to be there in person?
Well, Nicole is our in-house librarian and our expert. She set up our entire infrastructure. So Nicole, maybe you can explain the checkout process.
Yes, thank you, Maria and Alicia. Yes, so I come to the project with 26 years as a librarian.
Right.
And so this idea, my friend had this wonderful idea, and we sort of, brought it to fruition. So it is a self-checkout system.
Uh-huh.
It's fully automated. You don't have to download an app. There is a QR code, or if you are not familiar with what that is, you can type in the website address,
Uh-huh.
and you just register once, and from there you can check out whatever books that you would like. We have it set for you to keep them for 30 days
Uh-huh.
currently.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Fully
That's simple.
automated.
Yeah. Can't
Yep.
could not be any
Well,
simpler.
I would like to say, Maria, it's simpler on the consumer and the patron
Right.
side. Maybe
Right.
not so simple on the back side,
Right,
but we
exactly. But
did
it's
it.
simple
Yep.
for the consumer. Yes, for the person going in there and
Yep.
getting a book. And is the are they is the this one library in Vegas, is it open now or when is it opening?
Yes, we opened on August the 2nd. So
Okay.
it's now open. And so our hours are essentially the hours of the restaurant.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, they open, I think it's either 3 or 4 o'clock on weekdays. And then on Sundays, they're actually open for a brunch. So we're actually getting a lot of people just coming and not necessarily checking out the books, but taking them off the shelves and just sort of flipping
Looking
through and letting us
exactly.
know that it's like, yeah, we actually saw the library, we stopped in. And Nicole, I think in our first couple of weeks, what are we at, about 17-18% checked out at this point?
Oh,
So a lot
wow.
of the books are already in circulation.
Uh-huh. So
I
how
was
is
Yes.
go ahead, Nicole. Yes.
No, I was just going to say, so I am a teacher, and that is my daytime job.
Uh-huh.
And so one of our first patrons, I saw her in the hallway yesterday at work, and she said, "Oh, I'm taking my friend to Palette tomorrow. We're gonna do a girls' night, and I'm gonna show her the library." And I did have to tell her, I said, "Oh, they're not open on Tuesday, so now they're going to the Sunday brunch."
There you
So
go.
yes,
That's
so they're going
great.
to.
So
So
they can
we'll
also check
probably be
out.
over. Yeah, over 20% of the collection checked out soon.
Oh,
So
that's great. And how big, like, so it's how many square feet is the library palette?
I don't know that we necessarily have the square footage. I can tell you that it's on like the side wall, and it
Where?
has about 6 or 8 shelves
Oh, there you go.
of
That's
books.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
a
it's
nice
all sort of contained in a separate area.
in a separate area.
Originally they had a bunch of art books there, so we kind of bumped the art books and we put
And
it in the
there you
cookbook
go.
library.
And have the cooking.
yes. And
That's
typically in the
wonderful.
library world, we talk about space and in
Uh-huh.
terms of number of books or
Oh,
volumes, right?
yes, yes.
Copies. And so we're at I believe we're just under 120
Oh, okay.
copies there.
That's a
So
nice size. Definitely. That's a nice,
sure.
yes, definitely. Well, that's great. So tell us, where can people, I know you said something online. So is Nice Bite online?
It is. Our website is nicenicebite.org.
Okay.
And people can find out. We've actually got a new benefactors page, which lists all the chefs, restaurateurs, authors who
Mhm.
have contributed books to us. I mean, everybody from, Ashley Christensen to Jacques Pepin, Wolfgang Puck, Emeril
Uh-huh.
Lagasse, a lot of up and coming authors that aren't so well known, that are very regional in their approach and their
Right.
cuisine.
Oh, yes.
Very exciting. So we've got a benefactors page. We also have a media page for people to be able to see some of the press that we're garnering on a national basis, which has been very exciting.
I can
So yeah,
imagine.
nicenicebite.org.
That's great. That's great. Well, much success with this. And I know, as I told you, we'll be getting some of my books to you shortly too.
We can't wait to put you on the shelves, Maria. We're
Yes, I can't
excited.
wait to
Absolutely.
get there also. Thank you. Thanks so much. Much success with the book and with the library rather. And let us know, maybe when you open another few, let us know. Maybe you can come on again and talk about the libraries.
That would be fantastic. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for
You're
supporting us.
welcome. And that's nice
Thank you,
bite dot.
Maria.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you both. And that's nicenicebite.org, right?
That's right.
Okay, great. Thanks. Hi, this is Maria Liberati, wishing you a happy summer and hoping that along with indulging in great food and drink, you'll also indulge in my book series. If you'd like to take a trip to Italy without leaving your armchair, get a copy of The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking Holidays and Special Occasions, and The Basic Art of Italian Cooking Da Vinci Style. Peace, love, and pasta. And we have today, we're doing a lot of back to school topics. And it's that time of the year again. Unfortunately, summer is almost over. But Ashley is here from Confessions of a Grocery Store Addict blog. And she's been giving us tips before. So you might have heard her giving us some really great money saving tips. So we invited her back to give us some back to school money saving tips. And Ashley, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Maria. It's actually Confessions of a Grocery Addict, not a
Of a
grocery store.
grocery addict. Okay. Confessions of a Grocery Addict. Thank you. And just so people know, so is it confessionsofaggroceryaddict.com? Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So confessionsofaggroceryaddict.com. Thank you. Yeah. So what are like the first tips, back to school, and moms have to get, and dads too, I guess, have to be prepared that you got to have food quick, quick things. And especially if you're working full time and you want to keep it healthy, but you have to be aware of your budget also. So what kind of tips can you give us for those types of things?
Sure. Yeah. I actually love back to school time, so this is exciting for
I
me.
actually do too. I think it's a fun time.
Me too. I used to love going shopping for all of the new materials and stuff.
Me
Cheap
too.
pencils.
My shoes and pencils and notebooks. I know that was like always so much fun.
I am with you. Okay, but for groceries, the first tip is don't pay for packaging. You want to make your own like little snack packs by buying stuff in bulk and divvying things up into reusable containers. I love using mason jars, but you can definitely use any kind of Tupperware or zip top bags that you prefer. For example, instant oatmeal packets. You can just line up a bunch of 8-ounce mason jars, put in about a quarter cup of instant oatmeal, and then throw in whatever dried fruit, nuts, warming spices. If you want to add any sweeteners, you can add those in there. And then just screw on the top, put them in the pantry, and in the morning add boiling water. Super easy. You can also use Ziploc bags for that. I love using just cups to drape the Ziploc bags open so you don't have to, fuss with it while you're trying to scoop things in. I also love making my own yogurt cups. So again, an 8-ounce mason jar is perfect, but just add a couple of spoonfuls of jam or whatever preserves that you like. Top it with plain Greek yogurt. And if you like doing like the flips where you get the crunchy stuff, you can recycle the little applesauce or like fruit cups that you get, the little plastic guys. So just clean those off and dry them, but add the crunchies to the dry applesauce top and then slip it inside the mason jar ring and then add the mason jar metal lid, flip it over and put it on top of the yogurt beneath, and it keeps them separate.
That's a great idea. Great idea. And I love it because you can choose whatever healthy, if there's like healthier toppings that you can make yourself, you can choose whatever you want, put it in there. So it's not the prepackaged stuff that's out there that a lot of times is not a healthy choice.
Oh, I mean, they add so much weird stuff to it. And so if you just start with plain Greek yogurt, it can act as your sour cream, but it also is great for turning into sweet stuff. I love it.
Exactly.
The other thing that you can do with that same idea of having the applesauce cup and the mason jar, just put carrot sticks and celery sticks in the bottom, and then you can put hummus in the top part if you want.
That's good.
Lunchables, just buy a bento box lunchbox and then put your own fruit or veggies, cheese cubes, crackers, and deli meat. Super easy.
Exactly.
And way cheaper.
Way cheaper. Yes.
I also, people don't, I think, realize you can make your own waffles and pancakes and then freeze them. So separate them with parchment paper, pop them in a gallon Ziploc and heat them in a toaster in the morning. But make it easy on yourself. You can use pancake mix. There's no shame in doing that. And it just makes life a lot easier.
Exactly.
Trail mix, just buy nuts, dried fruit, whatever dried cereal you want, and then maybe some chocolate chips or M&Ms if you're feeling like a little bit of sweets are in order.
Exactly.
Breakfast sandwiches. You can make sheet pan scrambled eggs, which is the best time saver around. And then you've got this big old thing, cut it into squares and then assemble with English muffins, a square of eggs, a slice of cheese, and then wrap it in parchment foil, pop it in a Ziploc, and then in the morning just throw it in your toaster oven or microwave with a damp towel wrapped around it, and it'll be perfect.
That's great. And that's a great idea. That's a healthier way to eat an egg in a muffin than going out to fast food places or buying them where they're frozen. And there's just, if people don't realize it, if you look on the side of the box of the stuff that you're getting, you're going to see a long list of stuff, and it's not real food. It's just lots of.
It's like a paragraph. It's crazy.
It is, and you need like a science degree sometimes to understand like what exactly is this ingredient, and I don't want to be eating that type of stuff. So I just want to eat real food. So yeah, those are all really good choices, real food choices, definitely, and time savers also.
You can do the same thing with drinks too. I feel like people always buy juice boxes and stuff like that, but it's better to just make a pitcher of your own iced tea, regular flavored milk. You can add freeze-dried strawberry powder if you want to make strawberry milk, fruit-infused water, juice, whatever it is that your kids like to drink, but just use reusable drinking containers or mason jars again are awesome, and you can get flip top lids for them, which makes it really easy.
I know there are lots of different lids for mason jars to make them reusable for something else. So people can certainly use the mason jars for lots of different things. Yes.
They're my favorite.
Yeah, they are.
And then I've got a couple of just organizational ideas that I've picked up from some of my friends who are moms. So one of my friends uses refrigerator baskets. She puts them on the bottom shelf of the refrigerator. And then she divvies the different baskets in the fridge with a label. So they've got their entrees, their snack, their sweet, and their drink. And then in the morning, everybody grabs their own lunchbox, grabs one thing from each of the baskets, and they're ready to go.
That's great. That's a great idea. Yes.
And that way they feel like they have some agency too. And I feel like when kids are involved in the food making or food choosing process, they're more likely to eat it and not trade it away for junk at lunch.
Yes, exactly. No, that's great. And it's a great way to be organized too. So.
And then that same friend is very smart, and she has an after school snack tower. So it's like one of those 3-tiered deals.
Yes.
So help your kids make smart snacking decisions while you're still at work.
Right.
So some of it might have to be in the fridge, but the idea stays the same. The bottom tier she has with fruits and vegetables like apples, bananas, oranges, cherry tomatoes, all those kinds of things. Seaweed snacks, dried fruit. So you can choose up to 3 from the bottom tier. Then the second tier, more like nuts and grains and jerky, peanut butter, almond packs, crackers, trail mix. Choose 2. And then on the top tier, you have sweets. So you can choose one of those things, whether it's cookies or some M&Ms or some Sour Patch Kids that are divided into little single portions. So that just gives them an idea of what they should be eating when they come after work. Or while you're still at work.
While you're still at work, exactly. No, that's a great idea, because that's sometimes is a difficult thing too, to make sure kids know what they should eat for snacks if you're not around, if you're working. That's great. All great ideas. And anything else before we go?
The only thing that I have left for this particular one is maybe pairing up with another couple of families and shifting the burden. Like maybe have one day a week that you are in charge of lunch for everybody's lunch, and then the rest of the week somebody else can take care of it.
That's fun. I think that's a fun thing to do too. It's something to talk about. You can talk about. And also it takes the burden off of you having to do it every day. And this way the kids can kind of get together. Oh, what did your mom make today? Oh, my mom tomorrow's making this and whatever. So it gives them another reason to kind of communicate also. So that's a great idea. All great.
And there's no shame in using leftovers, turn meatloaf into a sandwich, bring soup, whatever.
Definitely. And sometimes leftovers are the best because the flavors have had time to kind of soak into the food. So sometimes leftovers are really tastier than.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. All great tips for back to school. Ashley from confessionsofaggroceryaddict.com, right? Yep.
That is it.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, so I said, yep, that is it.
That's it. Okay. Yes. So if you go on there, you'll get more tips from Ashley on all kinds of money saving tips. And I know she'll be back soon with some other tips for us too. Maybe we'll have her back for the holidays on some money saving tips for the holidays also. But all great tips, confessionsofaggroceryaddict.com. Ashley, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you, Maria. I love being here.
Ciao, this is Maria Liberati. Join me for an enchanting evening in Tuscany 4-course wine pairing dinner at Bacco Italian Restaurant in North Wales, Pennsylvania on Tuesday, October 8th at 6 p.m. Indulge in this 4-course dinner paired with 6 wines that will transport you straight to the heart of Italy, a dinner that will delight your senses. I will be sharing stories from my award-winning book, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, Da Vinci Style, and also signing copies of my books that will be available there. From the rustic charm of the Tuscan countryside to the elegant ambiance of Bacco Restaurant, this is an evening you won't want to miss. Reserve your spot today for an unforgettable culinary journey. Call 215-699-3361 to book your table now. That's 215-699-3361. Reservations are limited. I can't wait to share this special evening with you. See you at Bacco Italian Restaurant on Tuesday, October 8th for an evening in Tuscany. And if you have any questions on the event, you can also email me at info@marialiberati.com. See you then. And today my special guest is Julia Cheboatra. And our topic this week is we're doing a lot of back to school stuff. I know not everybody wants to hear that it's back to school time, but I invited Julia to be on to share some healthy tips for back to school eating and any kind of tips she can give us. Julia, thanks for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
And I have to mention that Julia is a chef and a wellness expert also. So she's going to give us some healthy tips. Julia, so what do you think, like as far as, for back to school, do you have any tips for, because kids are always on the move and rushing around and, any tips for being able to eat healthier when you don't have a lot of time, especially?
Yeah, well, I think in my line of work, because I'm a private chef dealing with busy families in New York City, I think this is a constant struggle and like how to keep kids satiated and full, but also give them nutritious stuff and not just pack them full of like a Lunchable or McDonald's on the go or something like that.
Right.
And I've noticed that just having some staples in the house, like a can of chickpeas, chia seeds, a can of coconut milk or an almond milk, and fresh berries can go a long way. Stop buying store-bought hummus because it's full of chemicals and seed oils. And it actually takes like 30 seconds to a minute and a half in a food processor to make hummus that will stay 4 to 5 days in the fridge and be super nutritious, packed with protein, so many nutrients. So my easy like fridge hack is actually to have some jammy eggs. So a jammy egg is like a 6-minute boiled egg where the yolk is still a little soft. Then you make a fresh batch of hummus and you make a fresh batch of crudité. And you keep that in the fridge, and then you can make little small like snack packs to go. A scoop of hummus, an egg, some crudité, and then you can finish off the crudité with a drizzle of olive oil and sea salt and lemon. So flavorful, so nutritious, and it's fully protein packed.
Definitely.
And it's
really.
like an on-the-go Lunchable that you don't have to feel guilty for giving your child.
Exactly. And they can take it in a bag, snack bag, can take it with them too. It's a great snack. It's not a processed snack that, but that I like that idea of keeping those things in the pantry, like the products that you just mentioned, because they're all good, really go-to type of easy.
They are, and especially like read the labels, because I feel like people aren't reading the labels. And the first ingredient of every item that you're buying at the supermarket should not be sunflower oil, canola oil, corn oil, high fructose corn syrup. Like we can go back to making these simple items at home and ensuring that our children are eating clean foods.
Yeah,
another great.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. You know what? I just wanted to throw in that, and I do this a lot. I interrupt a lot. So I just wanted to mention, I love that you mentioned about the hummus, because I just attended an event this weekend and there was hummus there and it was in the container and I was about to grab some and I'm like, let me read the ingredients. Well, it was like full of oils, sunflower oil, safflower oil, all these different seed oils. And I'm like, I stayed away from it. So people don't realize, but
they don't, and people think they're doing the right thing by buying almond milk, buying oat milk. Do you know how much glyphosate is in our oats? Like, stop buying oat milk for your children, especially. Exactly. And I said chia seeds earlier, but they're packed with omega-3 and omega-6s. They're so good and so healthy for us. And you can make a batch for like 3 to 4 days with some coconut milk, a little maple syrup, and then every morning add fresh fruit and jam or peanut butter, almond butter, packed with proteins, packed with nutrients, great for the kids, won't spike the glycemic index, good for the gut. And it's just like super packed with nutrients that will keep your kid alert, aware, there all day, not brain foggy.
Right. You mean like a pudding? That's like a chia pudding.
Yeah, like a chia pudding.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the best type of pudding to make. You're absolutely right. That's great. So any tips for breakfast? Any quick breakfast tips?
Yeah, an easy breakfast tip for the last a couple days is a frittata. Make it on Sunday. Use the leftover veggies that you don't need. You can literally throw in anything, carrots, spinach, tomatoes, cheese. Literally just like clean out the pantry, throw it in a like a glass Pyrex or some sort of oven safe dish and
Mhm.
bake it. And
Uh-huh.
then cut it into cubes, and you can put them on breakfast sandwiches. You can eat them as is. You can put them on the go. They can reheat it in the microwave. But there's so much like healthy, nutritious ingredients in it, and it's not processed.
Right. And I
They're
love that
getting
because
protein,
it's
they're
quick.
getting veggies, they're getting all of the nutrients from that one little square of your egg frittata.
Exactly. And that's easy for parents. I know moms have, it's hard because when it's back to school, then if you have a full-time job and then you have to feed a family of however many, it's hard. So it's great to have those easy, quick
Yeah, and it's just
things
like
to
you can bake
do.
it in a casserole dish, you can bake it in muffin tin,
Hmm.
and it can just be an easy thing on the go. They grab it out of the fridge, they pop it in the microwave, they go on the bus, and they eat it on the bus.
Yep. Definitely a good
Also,
breakfast.
another really easy breakfast tip is smoothies.
Uh-huh.
Kids sometimes don't want to eat for breakfast, but they'll
Right.
drink for breakfast. And you can hide a lot of things in those smoothies. You can throw in chia, flax, hemp, omega-3s, omega-6s, whatever kind of like liquid tinctures.
Uh-huh.
So I think there's a lot of different ways to sneak in nutrients in smoothie form.
Right, even kale. I put kale on
Yeah.
my smoothie. I don't mind, but kids, if you don't even know that it's in your smoothie. So
Exactly, because you hide it with bananas and berries and all sorts of things.
exactly. Yeah, that's definitely a great tip. I love that because yeah, kids don't always want to eat for breakfast, but I think the smoothie thing kind of gets them as like a milkshake. They think they're taking a
Exactly. They think they're eating something that's not healthy, but you've tricked them.
Exactly. Julia, that sounds great. Tell us your website. I know you have a
Yeah, so you
website.
can find me at healthchefjulia.com. That's also my Instagram, and my TikTok and all of my social media handles. Health Chef Julia.
Great. Thanks, Julia, for
Thank
being
you
here
so
and
much.
sharing the back to
Of
school
course,
tips.
this was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
And thanks to this week's special guest for sharing all those tips to make back to school easier. And hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for joining us. And I just wanted to remind you again that I will be doing an evening in Tuscany wine pairing dinner on Tuesday, October 8th at 6 p.m. at Bacco Italian Restaurant in North Wales. Reservations are limited, and you can make reservations for this dinner. It will be 4 courses with a Tuscan theme. It's titled Evening in Tuscany. It's based around my award-winning book, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, Da Vinci Style. And the 4 courses will be paired with 6 different wines. So you can call to make reservations at 215-699-3361. That's Bacco Italian Restaurant in North Wales, Pennsylvania. 215-699-3361. And if you are in the Newtown, Pennsylvania area, I will be doing a lot of cooking classes at the Bucks County Community College for continuing education. There's a lot of Saturday classes. So if you go online or get a catalog from Bucks County Community College, you will see the classes, and there's also a blog writing course that I will be doing at the Bucks County Community College campus in Percy this fall as well. So take a look. And again, if you have any questions on anything, you can always write us at info@marialiberati.com. And as always, you can find me at marialiberati.com, on Instagram at marialiberati. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll get a chance to win one of my cookbooks. So follow me at Maria Liberati on Instagram. You can also follow me at Chef Maria Liberati on Facebook,
Facebook. On LinkedIn, you can follow me at M Liberati. On Pinterest, it's Maria Liberati. On Twitter or X, it's Maria Liberati. Let's see, on Vimeo, there's lots of video from some of my cooking shows and the podcasts and videos. And if you go to Vimeo, just look for Maria Liberati. We also have our new YouTube channel called The Maria Liberati Show. So you can look for that and you'll find lots of videos from the podcast and some of my cooking shows as well on the Maria Liberati Show channel on YouTube. And you can find my Gourmand World Award-winning book series, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, at artoflivingprimamedia.com or on Amazon or Kindle or anywhere books are sold. And until next time, peace, love, and pasta.